What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. So something very interesting is happening, guys. We can all feel it, we can all see it. Here we have Brett Garlinghouse saying the SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosure, transparency, and clarity. Don't believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior here will shock you. Over 18 months and 6 court orders later, we finally have the Hinman documents, internal SEC emails and draft of his infamous speech. While they remain confidential for now, at the SEC's insistence, I can say that it was well worth the fight to get them. Guys, we are in for a treat. We are going to see by time what Hinman was sending in emails and what he was doing. This is major. And the major thing is here again, what a coincidence. On October 21, Elon Musk's replies to Brett Garlinghouse, no way. Right? He agrees that the SEC is not to be trusted. Listen, if you go back to my videos from years ago, guys, from a year ago, they were always telling you that Dogecoin was a distraction, a major distraction which he was promoting, so people get distracted, right? And now you can clearly see again that he agrees with Brett Garlinghouse. Maybe he's even following him. And this is just so interesting that Elon Musk is also now in the game replying after he went silent for a very long time. Now, don't think that this is all coincidence, guys. This is not coincidence, and this means something very big. To navigate the growing mainstream interest in interacting with digital assets through the banking system, financial institutions need to consider the requirements necessary to offer crypto-enabled services. Our white paper shares how. Right? Why do you think that Ripple is positioned like this, guys? Why do you think that they always talk about CBDCs? They always talk about how banks can use it, how financial institutions can. Why do you think that is? They already know the bigger picture. They already know where they are going, right? And that is something that just people know. Brett Garlinghouse knows what Ripple is going to do, guys. It's not a surprise. And here we have some very interesting timelines. This is regarding the go live of Swift, when everyone is going to use ISO 222, which is a messaging system, right? So here you can see, so they were supposed to actually go live. They have changed many times. They were supposed to go live November 2022. Now it's postponed till March 2023, right? So here you can see what the timeline is. Euro payments change from November and complete by November 2025. GBP payments change from April 2023 and complete by November 2025, right? So 2025, all the banks, all the financial institutions are going to use Ripple technology, guys. You can, like, that's just how it's gonna go. And here you can see ISO migration, right? It actually started November 2021, and now the final quarter for 2025, everything will be transitioned to this new messaging system, right? This is the timetable that I showed before. Look at how interesting this is, guys. And the reason they are actually changing the timeline is because not everyone is ready at November. Can you see, for example, here we can see April, and here again April. That is why they postponed this. Not all participants are ready, right? They need more time. That is why the lawsuit is taking so long. It's all about delay. So this timeline is very interesting. You can clearly see when things are supposed to happen. Don't think that XRP is just gonna go up until March, because it's gonna happen way before that, guys. I can assure you. 11.9 collapse starting October 24. That market 11.9. Bob only said how it's playing out. Collapse of stock starts 24 October. Then they print money to pump it up until November first week. Then November 11.9 around the time that market implosion. Hello, collapse. Very interesting. Let's see, guys. November is going to be huge. We already know that, right? XRP is not for retail. Let's take a look at this message here.
I'll ask the three of you. At the moment, certainly institutional investors are, any holdings of crypto assets are quite small in terms of their portfolio. Us as an advisor, we've been sort of asking ourselves the question, We don't have the answer, but we've been asking ourselves the question is, should should investors start to think about holding a small percentage of their portfolio in crypto assets? I'd love to hear each of your views whilst we're waiting for some questions. Perhaps I'll start with Anna.
So, thank you.
It's a tough one. I saved the hardest one for the last.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you so much. So I'll tell you something that I heard from somebody, which is if you want to invest in crypto assets in the current market environment, make sure that you invest only that portion of the portfolio that you are willing to lose completely.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that the situation is as bad as this sentence conveys, but it's a very volatile investment.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I would ever suggest anybody to make that investment as part of their core portfolio. But definitely, if you are an investor who is not risk adverse and you can afford to take a risk in a volatile asset class, why not?
So only for the brave. Okay.
Yes.
Susan.
I'm going to punt a little bit on grounds that Ripple utilizes a crypto asset for its product, but we are not retail facing. We only deal with financial institutions and are not involved in this specific area at all. So I will defer to the experts on that.
I'm just going to say that I'm a lawyer, and if you come to me for investment advice, I feel really sorry for you.
Okay.
You're going to get what you pay for if you come to me.
So there's no
Interesting, guys. She said XRP is being used. So actually she's saying that it's not really the same investment as other cryptocurrencies, right? Because it has a use case. It's not for retail. Very interesting. This is Elon Musk saying no way to Brett Garlinghouse, right? Which I showed you already. I am not sure how you come back from this if you are the SEC. Let's take a look what they're doing here. The SEC clearly hopes with its blizzard of factoids, many contested, to bury the absence of any essential ingredients of an investment contract recognized in the blue sky laws preceding the Securities Act and in Howey and its progeny since that time. A purchase of Exxon stock grants the holder certain rights and creates obligations of the part of Exxon. A purchase of oil from Exxon, even for investment purposes, does neither. See? So again, it's about that investment contract, which there is no investment contract. This was all just a delay from the beginning. If Ripple wins the SEC lawsuit, only Bitcoin and XRP will be safe for any future SEC prosecution. Really think about that, guys. Just think about that. It will be the only cryptocurrency that they cannot come after anymore. And that is just such a huge thing because it never happened before, and they cannot just go and hammer any cryptocurrency. They can, but Ripple is just too strong for that. Celebrating Ripple's 10-year anniversary at all our hands today. Thankful every day for this incredible team and the privilege to be Ripple's CEO. That's a decade, guys. For a cryptocurrency, a decade surviving in the top 10, top 3, top 5 actually is very, very uncommon. There is not a lot of cryptocurrencies that can do that, right? They will not stand the test of time because time is actually breaking most of the cryptocurrencies. 5 years ago, you didn't have the top 10 that you have now, but Ripple was there, right? So there's very few that really stand this test of time, which XRP does. Hinman docs turned over to Ripple. See below from. So these docs were very, very important, guys, and they have been turned over finally. And very soon we will see what is in these documents. Maybe this is the exhaustion talking. After a week of going to bed at 1 a.m., getting up at 7, but I feel more positive about Ripple's prospects and those for the entire crypto space now than I have in at least 6 years. What does that mean, guys? It means that he's telling us that soon something is going to happen with this, right? And we can all see it. The evidence is there. So we just have to buckle up. What is going on in the Ripple first SEC case? A quick update. The parties have filed with the court under seal reply briefs to each other's motions for summary judgment. We can't see this yet. They also filed numerous exhibits, etc., which we also can't see. The parties are speaking today. This was that secret meeting. If you didn't see my previous video, go watch it. That was that meeting that they had. We told you that they're going to meet with each other, right? Is settlement maybe in the talks? Yes, maybe it is. The briefs are scheduled to be made public next Monday, but last month, the SEC ignored that deadline and filed it a day earlier. So be on the lookout anytime Sunday or Monday for those to drop. Insane. After that, there's just one more brief on November 15, and then we are basically done. What a coincidence. What a coincidence, guys. Today, Ripple received all the Hinman emails. This means exactly one of two things. William Hinman is about to get ran over by a freight train, driven by his pal Dirty Gary Gensler, or SEC government is finally waving the white flag. Either way, grab your popcorn. I think that they are going to pay billions, guys, because of this. After 2 years of witnessing shitcoins like Doge and Sheep, yay packs of monkeys to go to the moon while Ripple XRP was getting sued, right? You can say fuck the SEC, but this was all planned. This was just the plan from the beginning to do this. Why do you think they went after Ripple? The most established company that you can go after. You could go after Sheep or Doge. You would have won the case because they basically have no utility, right? There is no big company behind that. You would have easily won, but they went after Ripple. Here's the official statement from Ripple on handing over the Hinman documents. We're more than pleased to have finally received the documents from the SEC after 6 court orders. It was worth the fight to get these important documents that the SEC has. Insane, guys. 6 court orders. The SEC has filed its memorandum in opposition to the Ripple defendants' motion for summary judgment. That's what Jeremy Hogan was talking about. So we are waiting, guys. Couple of days. We will hear more and see more. What is going on with these emails? What did Hinman really say? Did he maybe mention XRP as a cryptocurrency, as a currency? We will all see the truth very soon. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers.